Hello my beautiful people and welcome to another Bedroom Guru with me, Nikki Allen. How you doing? I'm going to do this video because at the end of the day I'm a spirit being leading a human life or human existence, and do you know what, I sometimes get a bit bored with, you know, these spiritual people on here that they go, oh, I've done this, I've done that, and I'm totally sorted and I'm the spirit, and I think, oh really? Because we all get shit happen in our lives, don't we, at the end of the day. And so I thought, this isn't about how, you know, clever I am or poor me or whatever it is. It's not about me, it's about me sharing my experiences, because I get so much feedback from these videos from people saying, oh my God, I'm right where you are. Thank you so much. You give me so much clarity. So that drives me to carry on doing them. I've literally just been out, got back in, taken my makeup off, chilled out. And then I thought, oh my God, if I do a video, I've just taken my makeup off. Doesn't matter though, does it? Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm digressing as usual. I want to talk to you about karmic relationships, which I had really not a massive amount of knowledge about, to be honest with you, and I'm going to take you back a bit so that you understand where I am, because I reckon a lot of you have had this, especially if you're empaths. Now I think I've already said about that I broke up with someone, and then I went into this massive depression, and you do, don't you? You kind of think, what did I do wrong? Why me? Why has this happened? Why did I fall for it? Why am I so stupid? The problem is you still love them, because, especially with me, along the way in my relationship, everything kept saying soulmate, soulmate, and now and then it kept coming up karmic relationship, and I assumed that to be, this is like through angel card readings, tarot readings, me looking at my cards and things like that, and the synchronicities were there as well. And I thought, well, what it is he's obviously so miserable. I've been on my own for a while and not had a nice relationship, so perhaps the karma is us meeting together. That's how I saw it, right? So I thought, right, okay then, because it felt wrong so many times, and I did try to end it, but you know, he carried on pushing back and pursuing and pursuing and pursuing. So I thought, well, no, this is meant to be, you know, it's not starting out great, and it's not a great situation, but it's meant to be, because we're soulmates doing this karmic thing, right? So bear with me. So then the breakup took place, and I was starting to heal, and I was doing everything that I've mentioned back in an old video, which is irrelevant. I'll tell you about that in a minute, right? So I started doing that, and then what happens, just as I'm getting through that, and I've been in and out of hospital, all the rest of it, going through hell, he then turns back on the doorstep, right? Day after day after day, spewing his promises, spewing the fact that he'd made a mistake, spewing how much he loved me, spewing how much that he wanted to move in the next week, right? And stupidly, and it's not stupid, but I again fell for it and thought, wow, you know, he's obviously made a decision this time, and you know, he's realised where he wants to be. Great. Okay, so I'm like, wow, you know, be careful though. I was really on my guard. It still didn't feel right, but I was still going for it, because I thought we were soulmates, and I thought that it was meant to be, and that I had to like just go through this for him to realise where he needed to be. And then it just all crashed and burned over the weekend, where again he completely betrayed me, completely abandoned me, completely threw me under the bus. And he lied and betrayed everybody around him to justify his actions, and also portrayed me as who I'm not, basically, to save his own skin. And it absolutely ripped me to pieces. You know, the end of the weekend, and on Monday just gone, I just was a wreck, absolute wreck. Didn't help that I was still a bit poorly from I've been ill. So the reason I'm telling this is not all about listening to me and my story. It's hopefully gonna resonate with other people out there, right? So then after, I think it was like in the afternoon of Monday, I thought, well, hang on a minute, am I gonna sit here and rock myself, you know, and cry and say, why me? Why did this happen? He's supposed to be a soulmate, he's supposed to be a karma, doing all this. I've gone through the human bit of spitting out vitriolic and hate, as you do, because you're so angry because you want to hurt them. So I've been and done all that, which doesn't help at all, because all it does is just lower you to their energy. But you know what? I wanted to do it, so I did it, right? So you do that, don't you? You hate them and you do whatever you need to do. And then I thought, God, I can't keep doing this. It's ridiculous. So it then hit me that at exactly the same time of year, the exact date last year, I was in exactly the same position, right? Grieving, hurting, angry, betrayed, abandoned, let down, lied to. Exactly the same thing had happened exactly the same time last year. And if you look back on my videos a year ago, I would have been doing my journey healing from a narcissist with me being an empath, right? So I thought, oh my God, is he a narcissist then? Have I put myself straight back in to something because I didn't learn it the first time round? You know, it's exactly the same time. Yeah, I hadn't come anywhere further forward. I have, obviously, but to me it's like, wow, that's really weird. So then I went through the traits, you know, that they live this fantasy life, they, you know, always have affairs or, you know, cheat and lie. They live in this idealistic world, everything's about them. They use people as pawns to make their life full and complete. You know, they're a legend in their own lunch break. And they know how to say and play a situation with all of the pawns on the chessboard perfectly, so that when you hear it, you think it's such truth, it's ridiculous. They are the best manipulators and con men out there, right? And again, I fell for it. So I thought, wow, hang on a minute, I'm back in exactly the same space, with exactly the same feelings, with exactly the same situation, but just a different person. So I've attracted it again. So then I thought, I'm going to meditate on this. So I meditated, went up to my space, and there was Catherine, bless her heart. Obviously Julianus, right? He won't even want to deal with all these piffle relationships, waste of time. I want you to serve spiritual lessons and messages to everybody and educate humanity. So he's not going to be bothering with this. But Karen, Karen. What did I say Karen for? It's a bit weird. But Catherine, is someone that deals with, like, she's a bit, she kind of resides on the same energy as Archangel Ariel. She kind of resides on, let's sort some shit out in life, and this is what you need healing for, and this is what you can see in the future, da da da. So she's sitting there looking at me, smiling, going, right, we need to have a chat. So she took me into this hut that I go to when I've got to learn a lesson. So it's almost like going into the headmaster's office. Like, bugger. So I went in there, and I just sat there, and I remember saying in my meditation, what the fuck? Very spiritual, is it? It's like, what the fuck? And she said, it's a karmic relationship. And I'm like, well, what the hell's a karmic relationship? I thought karma meant he deserved to be happy because he's so miserable and shit, and I deserved to have someone that, you know, wanted to commit to me and start a new life. She goes, no. And then she started to describe, and this is where I want you to listen, because if you've been in a situation, because, you know, you still love them, don't you? It doesn't matter how they treat you. You still love them, you miss them, you want them back, okay? And that's going to take a while. That's going to take a while to get over. And everybody else around you goes, are you mental? You give him another chance or whatever it is, but you think, no, I've got to do this, right? Because it is either a soul connection, even though you're ordinarily a strong person, I am really strong, but ordinarily, when it comes to somebody in a relationship, you're weak, and you just let them walk all over you, use you, and you begin to, you know, you end up believing their lies, even though you know they are most probably lies, but you try and eradicate that a bit. So I'm like, right, okay, what is the karma here then? She said, you've been connected with him before in a previous life. And she goes, that's why your energy was so electric. That's why as soon as you saw each other, it was like bang, right? And if you've had that as well, you can have it with same-sex people in friendships where you think you've known them forever. You can have them in love relationships. And I'm like, yeah. And so she said, that would have been your sign to let you know that there is something to be learnt from this. Either yes, you will go on and have complete happiness, or no, this is something that you've needed to learn from previous life. Now, don't get me wrong. Most people that aren't as heightened in their soul age as me, and empaths that are watching this, don't get this. They literally just get husband, have them for life, or do whatever they do, in and out. But they don't go through these intricacies. We have asked for really strong learning the older we get when we come down on a human experience. So all the people that can resonate with this, you're an old soul. You're someone that has literally had one lump of shit thrown on you after another, even though you're a beautiful, loving, honest, truthful, tenacious person, you still get dumped on, okay? So this is why, because you're an older soul and you've asked for these lessons. What is the point? You're up there with your soulmate in the spirit world, right? You're in complete bliss, you're in complete utopia. What is the point of coming down here and having a nice time? Because you have got a sixth sense of humour when you're up there. So you say, when I next incarnate, I want to learn this, I want to do this, I want to do that. Okay? So I've really stuffed myself this time round. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because I can endure it, because I know I'm not alone. That's the thing. And that's what you've got to learn. But I'll tell you about that in a minute. So she then said, the karma was that you in this time round were so empathic that you had to learn about being exposed to people that were lower soul energies, lower frequencies. One of the experiences that you wanted to learn was overcoming negative, narcissistic, toxic people, and then showing humankind how to get through that. Because if you think about it, sorry, if you think about it, the two biggest heartbreaks in the world are you losing someone, you know, that's passed over, or you break up with someone that you love, right? Or they treat you like shit, or they just completely switch off like they never even cared about you. The problem with grieving a loved one, you know, a lover or a partner or ex-husband or whatever, is they're still alive. They're still floating around. They're still 5 minutes from you. And the problem with that is it extends and heightens the grieving process, because they're still about. You know, you can't cut them off and think, well, you know, they've gone to the spirit world, perhaps I'll, you know, start a spiritual relationship with them. You know they've gone, you're not going to see them again physically. But with this situation, you will find, won't you, that you think, Christ, he's just around the corner. I might see him at work, I might see him, you know, like at a shop or whatever. And that's the problem. You're in this kind of limbo because they're still about. And that's the problem. Then, you know, you might see them get on or do whatever they're doing and move on. And then that brings even more hurt and pain. The essence is to block it, knock it out, and don't ever. The problem with social media is people, I suppose, you know, carry knocking on, never do that, because what is the point of dragging it out? You've got to cut it dead and move on. So she basically said the karma, and she goes, and I hope this is your last time. And I said, well, I hope it. She goes, that's your choice, because you've still got free will. Because this is one of the things that you need to learn, is how to overwhelm, how to overcome, how to bring your self-esteem back from a toxic situation, and then impart that with others. And I'm like, great, Jesus, I know I've put myself up for some stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I went, okay, so that was the karma. It was almost like, and his karma was to actually deal with the fact that he wasn't happy and to have the courage to change. But he's failed that, so that's fine. That's fine, he's failed that. It's not my business. It's not my business at all. But I've been exposed now twice to two narcissists, right, in a row, and exactly the same day it happened, right? So I'm like, from last year, so I'm like, wow, this is really like interesting. So then she took me on this healing path, which you don't need to know about because it's a bit boring, because that's all lovely and fluffy. And then I came back down, I thought, wow, and I'd had this bit of a shift go on, right? And I thought, bloody hell, so well done you. So I then thanked him, the narcissist, for bringing it to my attention. I hadn't quite mastered it the last time round. I'm like, wow, thank you for coming into my life and doing this, right? Because what else are you going to do? You can either adopt a spiritual view and work on yourself, or sit and just grieve and cry and hate yourself for the next 6 months, right? So which one do you want to choose? Get back up, right, and start working on yourself so that your power is still not with that person. It doesn't matter if you still love them. You know, you're an empath, you're a loving person. Of course you're going to still love them. But do you know what? You know, they've made a decision, stupid decision, you know, out of weakness. So great, do it. You know, if you're a weak person, crack on and have your weak life. Lovely, because I'm not. That's the way you've got to adopt this with them, okay? Again, it's your choice. If they come back again, it's your choice what you want to do. But look at what's happened so far, and look at what hurt has befallen you. Look at the lies, look at the manipulation. Do you want to go through that again? That's up to you. So I came back down and I opened my, I couldn't believe this, because I did some cards, and bugger me, one of them said, you're going through a karmic relationship experience. So that was my backup to the, you know, to the meditation, because sometimes you do, even though they've proved it 1,000-fold, okay, you need, you know, they still back it up with me, you know, because I think, I could have made that up because I'm in such a shit situation. And they were like, no, you know, here we go. And I picked this card, and the next one was things haven't turned out how you wanted them to be. Someone came from ulterior motive and was a liar and betrayed you. I'm like, oh my God. And then the third one was about self-love. Work on your self-love. Let this go. Work on your self-love and bring yourself back to a space of abundance and what you deserve, right? Because along the way, I think empaths, because we worry so much about justice, we worry so much about the world being a better place and helping people, we lose sense of ourselves. So really, I gave my power away, and I wasn't actually looking at what I deserved. You know, I was just letting it run. And I should have looked at what I deserved, which is fair play. It's not a mistake. It's not something I've done wrong. It's a lesson that I now will put into my little kit bag, and it will never happen again. Simple as that. So unless they're totally amazing with a Superman cape and just offer me everything I want and need on top of me being happy, yes. Apart from that, no, nothing's going to happen, mate. Jog on and go and find someone else to piss off. Do you know what I mean? So then I thought, right, how am I going to get myself back out of this depression, this feeling of abandonment, the feeling of betrayal, the victim? You know, I just felt all of this because the other people that were involved obviously believed whatever he had to say, and it drove me to insanity that the truth again had not come out. But that's not my business to be the truth seeker and succeeder in all this. It's my business to get myself back on track and enjoy and love my life again. Okay, so the first thing I did, obviously, I've got it on at the moment actually, rose quartz. You've got to enshroud yourself with rose quartz. I've got 2 under my pillow, I've got 1 here, and I'm burning a rose quartz thing over there. Second thing I did, and this is all tips for you to do. I know it seems like hard work, because if some of you are still in that grieving process now, you've been hurt, you've been burned, could even have a husband that's left you after 30 years, whatever it is, right? These are ways to help you move forward and gain control, because what you've done inadvertently in that relationship is lost control, or the feeling that they've taken, that's what they love doing, narcissists as well, taking control of people's lives and manipulating them. Okay, so they've taken control, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you've got to get your control back. You've got to get your control back. Okay, so rose quartz, self-love stone, okay, filtering all negative energies to positive energies. This isn't going to make you feel amazing. You're going to have shit days, but you know what? I've shifted so much in the last week. It's ridiculous, okay? So do that. Bring in people around you that you know will give you empathic and trustworthy advice. Open up. The biggest thing I used to do before, and I'm so proud of myself, because when I've looked back on my old soul journals, I thought, God, I just like hold myself up. But I didn't. I reached out to my friends and made sure I went out, went and had happy times, did things, even if I wanted to or not, and had their ear, you know, and I could tell them what I wanted to tell them, and they could tell me back truthfully what I needed to hear. Perhaps I didn't need to hear some of it, but it's all done with love. So surround yourself with loving, positive people, the complete opposite to who you've been involved with, okay? I also started doing meditations, and again, you don't have to do any of this. It's not like you must do this because you will feel better, but I found myself going up into a different frequency away from the reality of things. I wasn't doing an escape, but I was doing, I need to gain control of my emotions. I need to gain control of who I am. And so I went and did meditations. Some of them were letting go of previous experiences. Self-love. So I did letting go of past experiences. I did meditations with Archangel Michael to cut the cords that connect to all of that negativity, and obviously self-love, you know. And what I also did at night was I played, and they've got loads of them on YouTube, I played sleep hypnosis videos that when you're asleep they come into your subconscious. Again, they would have been self-love and self-esteem and letting go of previous relationships and toxic people. Okay, so I did that, and it seemed to, I was like waking up really smiling and feeling grateful, and I'm like, wow, this is really working. Okay, I also googled the right essential oils for you to feel happy, and that help you you know, get your love dopamine stuff going, all the rest of it. So I googled what essential oils I needed for that, and they're currently burning at the moment still. I also, what else did I do? Then I did my 3 things I'm grateful for in the morning, which I do every day anyway, but I made sure I did those. I also try and absolutely shed loads of water to get all those toxins that have been created from trauma. I'm an absolute believer in what pains you emotionally and in your soul manifests as a physical problem. Because that's my back was starting to ache, and the abdominal thing I was having, I've been in and out of hospital for, started up even more, and I'm like, wow. So, but then I've seen it lessen over the week, the physical pain. I also went and saw my kinesiologist. Kinesiology is basically working with chiropractic linked in with chakra work and energy. And I felt amazing when I came out of there as well. Had a fantastic night's sleep, felt really refreshed in the morning. Okay, so I did that. I'm mindful to do everything for me at the moment, okay? So I will say, right, what do I want to do for me? Not what should I do, or what can I do for, it was what can I do for me? And even if that meant me being kind and doing a nice act for someone else, because it made me feel good, it was something that I enjoyed. Does that make sense? So I thought, right, I've got this birthday coming up, I've got this, go out and buy presents for them, do that. So it's everything has been about giving out and receiving love, okay? It's all about that. And so that's what I've worked on all week. Everything that surrounds love and abundance. Okay, it sounds like a bit of hard work. If you're depressed or you're in that really shit part of a breakup or heartbreak, you're going to think, I can't be asked doing that. It doesn't work. It's a load of crap. Do you know what though? It does work. It does work. And I can see the potential of what I can do now in my life. You know, and there's already been 3 things that have come and I've gone, oh my God, that are really exciting for the future, you know, and their work and also holidaying to do with my diving and stuff. So there's all this brilliant stuff that's coming because I am getting my vibration raised to attract it back in again. So rather than say, nobody loves me, why do I always get dumped? Why am I always with arseholes? Why do they always do this? Right, I'm obviously not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm rubbish, I'm ugly, well, I didn't think that actually. Didn't think any of that about myself, but I thought, why have I been taken in again? Why have I been lied to? Why have I been betrayed? And what is wrong with me, you know, being involved with mental people that don't know where they are in life? Again, lower energy, lower expectations, lower experience levels that they're learning, and I'm up here, so that's why it wasn't working. But we have connected in a previous life, no doubt we'll connect in another life. And it could be amazing next time, it could have been amazing last time, but for some reason that karmic connection came in to teach us both what we needed to know. So I thank him dearly for that, for showing me that I really was getting it wrong again, allow myself to be involved. So when you get arsehole people come into your lives, you haven't necessarily attracted them, they're coming in to teach you something. All right, and I've learned so much, because when I've looked back at our relationship and what was happening, I'm like, oh my God, why did you allow that? Why did you do that? Why did you have him back time and time again? Why did you keep doing that? And it wasn't about beating myself up. It was looking at, yeah, that's kind of where I went wrong there. That's fine. You did it. It's done. It's in the past. That's fine. Just, you know, move on from it. That's absolutely fine, because you're a free spirit. You've acted completely honestly. You've been completely yourself, and you haven't, you know, you haven't stopped being transparent. You did good. All right, sad, upsetting for you, you hurt yourself, but you know what, it's done. Move on and find out what is there in your life, because at the end of the day, being a free spirit, single people, what you've got to stop doing is thinking, oh, look at those couples holding hand in hand, and sitting here watching a DVD thinking, oh, not DVDs anymore really, is it, box set, thinking, oh, I wish there was someone next to me cuddling me. Don't do it to yourselves, because you know what, when you have got that person sitting next to you picking their toenails or snoring or, you know, doing their makeup or plucking their eyebrows, boys, and getting on your nerves, you know, you want the other side of it, you know. So just be happy in the present, okay? Be open-minded to opportunities, be excited about your future, and project your energy on the future and your present, and not what has happened to you and how you've been treated in the past. Because if you continually go back to that, you're sitting in the same shitty energy as they're in and where you were in, okay? Don't do it to yourselves. You deserve more, okay? Empaths are always exposed to narcissists and people that want to jump in and prey on them. I did nothing to pursue this relationship at the beginning of it. He did all the running, found out where I lived a lot, okay, and I just was not having it, and he wound me down, okay. That's fine, but what I'm trying to say to you is that it doesn't matter if you got taken in. It doesn't mean you're weak and stupid, okay. We all want to be loved at the end of the day, and we all go along for the ride hoping that this will be it, and if it isn't, that's fine. Thank the person for the experience they've given, because they'll be living in that lie for the rest of their time here. So when they go up, they'll be like, right, okay, you look what a complete arsehole you were. Yep, okay then, so what are you going to do next time? Well, do you know what? Perhaps I should be on the other side of it the next lifetime round. Can you see what I mean? That's how it ebbs and flows. So you can either take it two ways. You can sit and grieve and feel shit about everything that's happened and how you've been treated, or you can grab hold of it, gain control, and do things, very, very simple things to improve your life. It really isn't hard work laying down on the settee, listening to a meditation. It's not hard work playing a sleep hypnosis video. It's not hard work looking in the mirror and saying to yourself, I love you, you did good, darling. And I do that as well. Affirmations in the mirror is a very powerful thing to do. You're looking at yourself eye to eye and saying, it's okay, darling, you did good. Don't worry about it. Move forward. It's a learning curve. Thank all the people involved for what they've done. Move forward. It's that simple, because you know that you've acted in your best and most honest interests. That's what you've got to focus on. And the more you do that, the more you find you love yourself. The more you do that, you find you attract abundance, opportunities, and loving people around you. Okay, and it's the same in friendships. If someone's been an arsehole to you as a friend, thank them, do what you need to do to end that scenario, do what you need to do, and then just move on. It's done. Stop reflecting it on yourself, because most empaths do. Most lovely, beautiful, kind people do, and they wonder why they keep getting shat on. Don't worry about why you keep getting shat on. Just keep aiming now to say, right, I need to cut that out. Any red flags with any friendships, any work environment, any person I like deep down you think, then that's where you need to cut it off then and there. Okay, and that's what I've learned. The first red flag, done. Okay, I had this man talking to me yesterday when I was out or something, and he was really nice guy, chatting away, you know, really nice, and really funny, very attractive, you know, about 6'2", very nice guy. And then he said something, and as I went, oh, that didn't sound great, and I think it was a bit of a disrespectful comment about an ex or something, and I thought, no, don't like that. Now before, I would have gone, oh good, so at least he doesn't like his ex or something like that, I don't know, but I thought, don't like that. You know, I don't want to hear about your ex. I don't want to hear negative things that you've got to say. So you're not in my vibration, mate. You're not in my vibration. And even though he was a lovely guy, you know, and said, oh, I'll take you out for a meal, whatever, I thought, do you know what? No, you're all right. So I went, yeah, that'd be lovely. And so he said, oh, can I take your number then? And so I said, no, it's okay. So I said, it's lovely talking to you. And it's the first time I just cut it dead on him. I could have been wrong. You know, I could be totally wrong. He's just said it out of being brave or ego-y, but I don't care, because it just didn't feel right. And my little tummy gremlin went, nah, you deserve better than that. Nah. I'm like, okay then. So I didn't give him his number and walked off quite happy, not giving it a second thought. That's where I want you to get, girls and boys. This is where I want you to get. Don't let people take your power. There is absolutely nothing you can do about it. So move forward. What you can do is gain control, get positivity, get focused, and aim for everything that you want to aspire to. And that's what I'm doing now. I've got some wonderful things coming up. I'm also doing a beautiful project with one of my friends, Anna, about intuition, which obviously I will be sharing with you a bit more after it's all recorded and done next week. I've got some brilliant shows coming up with my brother, and I've got some wonderful projects that I will share with you as they come into fruition a bit closer to time. Okay, and that's what I need to focus on now. And in the meantime, why I gain all this lovely, you know, abundance, fortune, success, wealth and health and all the rest of it, perhaps there might be someone that comes along. I really don't want it to be fair. However, if it does, do what I do. Gauge it, feel it, bin it, embrace it, your choice. Go with the gut. The gut will tell you and never serve you wrong. Anyway, I thought I'd share this with you because I really hope it helps people that are blaming themselves for what others have done to them, because you really shouldn't be doing that. They are their own person, their own energy. We've just, unfortunately, through our love and trust and being beautiful people, have been open to it, and they've had us. You know what? So then they've gone, nah, actually, no, you're too much, you're too this, you've done that, or whatever. And they blame it on you. Oh yeah, they blame it on you. So it was blamed on me. Well, if you hadn't said this, then I wouldn't have, you know, whatever. Been there and done it. I had the same last year. You're saying the same old story, right? And yeah, so they grab you, let you go. So you can either stay like this, or you can blossom, grow, move forward. Your choice. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Be kind to yourself. Do everything you can. Look up perhaps things on Google, self-love. Find anything you can to build your esteem and your self-love up again, rather than sit there playing sad songs and feeling sorry for yourself. Don't do it to yourself. I did it one day and that's it. Okay? You don't deserve it. Move forward and eventually you will attract the right person to you. I guarantee it. But for the time being, work on yourself, love yourself. I've got a spa on Monday. I've got so many lovely things next week to do, because I'm thinking, do you know what? For once in my life, I'm going to buy things for me. I'm going to go and do things that are really nice that normally you do on a birthday. I'm bloody doing it every day because I deserve it. Go and treat yourself. Have a look on Wowchart. I've got some good deals on there. So with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a fantastic week. And I will be doing a live stream with my brother Richard soon in this week. I don't know what day it is yet, but we'll be doing that as well, which is exciting. So we'll be doing live readings for you. And I look forward to seeing you then. Okay, and perhaps I'll get a cheeky little card reading in for you as well. So take care, be happy, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and stay strong. Lots of love to you. See you later. Bye.